Well, here we are again for a Sunday afternoon, 2:45 p.m. It's still Mother's Day. May 11th, 2025. Going over some of the news articles. Wasn't quite sure if I read it right. I think it was yesterday or earlier today that we actually got a response saying that Qatar wants to give the old Trumpster a new Air Force One. The country Qatar in the Middle East, in the hot zone, so to speak. And they want to give old Trump face a new plane. Why? A $400 million aircraft. We spent about at least 50, or actually 7 or 800,000, more than that, on a new Boeing 747. That would be considered an Air Force One armored. Maybe about $1 billion. But this is just for the privatization flights for Air Force One. A private jet for Trump. Smaller, but not lighter. Not with sophisticated equipment. We could have gotten ourselves another Air Force One, retired the other, if there was orders being made into the aerospace industry in the United States. Ethics is what I'm looking at. We got programs being chopped off left and right. We got threats of programs being chopped off more left and right. We have greedy bastards who have dug into every social program we've got, every safety net, every safety program we've got, trying to come up with the $880 million or $1 billion they're looking at, just so we can give the tax credit to the rich. FEMA is going on a one-man destruction in the company, trying to get rid of things left and right, trying to make states more self-sufficient when it comes down for emergencies. The bitch of it is, states realize they can't do emergency services without the federal government. That's why we have FEMA in the first place. And we've had that for several decades. But no, we have to have states go in bankruptcy because we have Trumplicates, Trumplikids, if I should call them that, telling people that you can't have these things because, and that's just it. Leave it alone on that one. So basically, what they're saying is, we're not worthy of having our lives being put back together somewhat if we have a national disaster happening. Or it's not just a state and local. If it does affect a lot of states at this point over here, we need the federal government to help bail us out on this one. Because that's what they're there for, right? Are they? And the bitch of it is, I'm not quite so sure about it after that. We are just dumber than dog shit for buying into the current regime's ideas and ideologies. And that right now, they claim that they know what they're doing. And they get pissed off because we argue with them. We have to be on the same wavelength. Well, I hate to tell you something, but when our country was created, we created out of argument, out of differences, out of difficulties. We were not the same. We were not supposed to be the same. But they think we're supposed to be. Because we have to follow either by one or two lunatics' points of view. an old gas bag being led around and being put up as the punching bag, while the other kids are actually running the whole damn thing. Those are the lieutenants I really got an issue with, because they're the ones actually calling the shots, and Trump's just signing the executive orders, thinking that that's going to be changing everything. You would have to change laws in Congress for that, to make it official, to make sure that it's all legal. And even then, those laws will get challenged in the court systems, and they have a problem with the court systems because they see the bullshit happening, and they don't want it. There are dollar limits that the federal government has. They have it in the statutes, what they can and can't accept. Is it possible to be bribing an executive officer in the executive office a gift, what a gift, a new plane, or just $400 million in his pocket? Hell, he's already grifting everybody else. He's already grifting countries. He's already grifting his own people. They want him to support him while he's doing federal. And the bitch of it is, we had the Supreme Court ruling on this shit before he took office, while Biden was in office, doing his last several months. Trump versus the United States. And Trump won in the Supreme Court. So he's got almost basically pure carte blanche to do whatever the hell he wants, as long as he's declaring it's part of his function. It's official, and it cannot be stopped or can't be challenged. And the Supreme Court allowed this shit to happen. Yeah, and they said we were a banana republic all this time. Well, we just turned into the banana republic. By the same people who were calling it we're going to be turning into the banana republic. They're the ones telling us we're turning into the banana republic, because they were turning us into a banana republic. If we want to use the they context at this point. Who didn't support democracy except for whatever suited them. And now we got the conflicts going on in the Congress. It's not even funny, both in the Senate and mostly in the House right now, yelling and screaming at each other. Middle of the nights, where the laws, House rules get passed, it changes everything else around. Without conversation, without discussion, just one-shot rules in the middle of the night. So we had Citizen Republic come out there and bite us in the ass all those decades. Middle of the night votings. No opposition, no arguments, no discussions. Just get the majority out there. Sufficient enough people to vote. One of the dangers about having a 24/7 Congress. You get these weird-ass laws coming in here that once it gets signed into law, it's hard to get rid of them. Hard to know which one got signed into law if there's no public recognition, no outcry, no nothing. So is there going to be a public outcry because the president is accepting gifts and bribes from other countries? A $400, actually a $400 million aircraft. Supposed to be replacing Air Force One. Where they also went to weaponizing the damn plane to where it can fire off something that will stop jamming electronics or fires, shafts. Will it be highly maneuverable? I don't know. If it was a different plane that the United States company, aerospace company is making, that's one thing. But yeah, I got a problem with this. It's called a bribe. One country bribing the other country and saying, I give you this gift, but you're going to have to do me a favor for it afterwards. Yeah, I got a problem with it. Our allies try to do that shit, and they can't get away with that kind of crap. Because we know we got federal rules, regulations, and laws, but we got Trump who doesn't obey them. He likes the pretty shit coming in. And he's also conning people left and right to buy his crypto crap. I always known there was an issue with electronic crap like that. Everybody says we're going to be turning into crypto. I'm like, no, they're not. Not getting rid of the U.S. dollar yet. We're not getting rid of the old coinage. We're not getting rid of the electronic currency we have. But in a way, that is electronic currency. The problem is it's all 100% depending upon market. It fluctuates left and right. You can lose the value at it in an instant. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Bitcoin was out there. And Bitcoin's bullshit too. But I'm not quite so sure about the status of the United States dollar, whether or not if it's strong enough to withstand whatever we're dealing with right now. Or if we are going to be crashing. And we really do have a recession coming in, leading into a depression. We have experts humming and hawing at this one. Even the ones who are associated with the independents are trying to guess whether or not we are in a bind. A few others think, yes, we are. But they don't want to be sure. I don't blame them. No, I don't blame them because we're in a situation right now that nobody's unsure of. But getting back to trading favors. So Qatar is getting a little bit of corporate attention, but not enough on the independents. We already got the Trumplicants out there, the lieutenants of Trump's own executive idiocies, trying to take over things left and right and trying to rule everything, trying to get rid of habeas corpus, which means if I get accused by the government, I don't have a way of defending myself because they're trying to find a way to get rid of it out of the Constitution or finding a wraparound. And they think declaring war is going to be it. But the thing is, Congress declares the war. Where is the enemy? All I'm seeing is the federal government we've got freaking and panicking left and right. Now, if they were going after people who are shooting up campuses, you got to look at the people shooting up campuses. They got issues. And those are American people. Born, raised, birthrighted here. Generations. Not caused by immigrations. Not caused by illegal immigrants. We got our own psychopaths that are created here out of centuries. We could have declared war on our own people regarding that one, but we didn't. Mental health issues, yeah. But then again, you got to break HIPAA to verify and make public what their mental issues are. Because HIPAA, when we had that thing passed about, 30 years ago, we wanted our medical records to be private. You can only get access into them by court records, by court authorizations. Give me a warrant into your medical file so I can see what kind of a nut job you are. That kind of thing. But we didn't have that, did we? HIPAA wasn't torn apart yet. So we couldn't do it. I'm hearing a hell of a lot of people, including some of the independents, saying, impeach, impeach. I'm like, did you guys ever study the line of succession? I've done videos about this one. I had to research it myself. We got a Trumplican party in the Congress and the executive branch and in the judicial. Where the hell are they going to get a clean guy that can bring us into the light? Nobody. Nowhere. It's all Trumplican. So where are they going to get the where are they going to get the guy to get us out of the mess we're in? They say impeach Trump. Okay, well then you got J.D. Vance. What are you gonna do when he's going up at the same damn deep end? He's not even staying on the damn radar. Not as much anyway. He's not trying to make himself public. Speaker Johnson's making himself public, trying to putting himself into a position he supports Trump for everything. He believes this is what God wants him to do. He's so Christian about it, and he flouts it all over the place. I'm so Christian at this point. Don't you understand? I'm so Christian. You must follow the Trump because he's Christian too. I'm like, no, he's not. He's a grifter. He's a grifter, and he's a cultist. But then again, if you happen to look at Christianity when it started, it was a cult. It still is, and an international cult. So I'm calling a cast iron situation into a different color other than black iron oxide or ferro oxide. Yeah. So, what do we do now? That's the question. You remove Speaker Johnson. Who do you put into his place? If you're going to be continuing with the damn impeachment, you have to know the chain of command that you're trying to get rid of. And unfortunately, the Trump can always replace it with another idiot inside of his own executive branch. But we are talking about the House, the Speaker of the House. Who are you going to replace him with? Because once you get rid of Trump, then you got J.D. Vance. After J.D. Vance, you've got the Speaker of the House. And then you have the Senate leader, who's also another Trumplicant. So how are you going to do it, boys and girls? How's that going to be done? That being said,